What's up, gamers? It's time for another gaming guide, or a collectibles 100% guide, if you will. After the success of Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2222, I really did get a lot of positive feedback on that one. That video series did quite well, and since so many people to this day don't have the full answers, especially considering different versions. There's the PS2 version, there's the cheat codes, there's the GameCube version, etc. I said to myself, and I did promise all of you that I would do more of these within that era, sort of the N64 into the GameCube, just right before the PS3 era, if you will. So, what other game to play other than another one that features across multiple systems and actually does have different changes? Soul Calibur 2, in this case, featuring Link. And honestly, the Xbox and PS2 versions I've never played, but they apparently do have slight variations. And as such, the gaming guides online currently to this day don't really have a cohesive, like, this is how you get everything. A lot of them are still left blank or incomplete. Most of the guides that I could find did not have a full-on, this is how you get everything in the game. In fact, some of the gaming guides I saw even claim that some of the unlockable characters were not unlockable at all. So, that being said, this is another perfect example, like the Budokai 2 games, to have a cohesive 100%. Here I will show you video evidence on how to unlock from 1% to 100% everything obtainable in Soul Calibur 2. Now, the only differences that I'm aware of, once again, never played the Xbox or PS2 version of this game, is of course, the special character, the featured character, if you will. Link for, of course, the GameCube, then Spawn for the Xbox, I believe, and the guy from Tekken, the old dude from the Tekken series, I forget his name, for the PS2. I believe that, or is it Spawn for the other one? No, it's Spawn for Xbox. I'm pretty sure of that. Anyways, yeah. Other than the featured characters, I did not see any other difference in gameplay or in, as far as unlockables are concerned. So for our collection history, which you guys can see down below, we are going to go through all 0 to 88 things in your collection history, which you can access from the main menu. And we're going to showcase how to unlock every single part, from 0 or 1 all the way through to 88. As far as I'm aware, that is the sum total of everything unlockable in the game. And we're even going to do a little bit of a bonus here and showcase every single weapon you can unlock in the game, which is not included on the actual collection history, but either way, I figured we should showcase it. So let's just go through it really quick. The total collection will be 88 things. We already start off with 15 characters out of 23. There are 8 unlockable characters, along with 5 stages, and the next one to unlock. Weapons, as I said, while not included in the total collection or collection history in your game tab, we will still showcase collecting all 228 of those. That being said, of course, 15 characters, you start off with their standard weapons, so that's 15 weapons you start off with. Same with unlockable costumes. Now, this number of 14 unlockable costumes is only included. Once again, this one could slightly change because I believe, depending on the version, the PS2 or Xbox version, Link has 2 unlockable costumes. I'm unsure if Spawn or the Tekken guy have more than 1 unlockable costume or any. So this number may vary depending on the version you are playing. Take that one into account. But as far as the GameCube version is concerned, there are a total of 14 unlockable costumes that do not, well, you just don't start with. Then, of course, there are 20 game modes to play, 9 of which you start with, 11 unlockable. And the rest of them, there are 50 other unlockable things that do not include characters, stages, weapons, costumes, or modes, etc. Most of these are the profiles you get for beating the arcade version of the game, or the weapons exhibition theaters that you unlock by purchasing them in the Weapon Master mode. That unlocks about 25 to 30 of the things, and then there's a few other things, art galleries, different opening sequence, ending sequences, etc. But as I said, as we go through this guide, we will showcase each of them in order of, well, the way I did it. There's no actual proper order in which way to do these things. This is simply the order I did them in. So once again, if you're missing something, just follow along with the guide, and hopefully that one thing, that one weapon, or that one mode, or that one thing that you're missing from your collection guide, it'll be here eventually. So, with that being said, let's get underway with it.
Transcending history and the world, a tale of souls and swords, eternally retold.
This is actually a really great opening sequence. Like, for the GameCube era, you tend to forget that we went from the 3D models of the N64, which, in my opinion, still looked very good for their time, and then we jumped to this. You know, of course, once again, these are pre-rendered graphics, similar to the sequences, the cinematic sequences in the Final Fantasy VIII game, especially. But still, the fact that we have these rendered graphics, we tend to forget how good everything looked, even as early as the 2000s. And this is actually a very incredible... the lore of Soul Calibur is incredibly interesting to me, much more than, like, we have these similar ones. We have the Tekken series, Mortal Kombat, Soul Calibur, etc. I always thought the Soul Calibur series had the best lore behind it, and the most intriguing lore that could be really expanded upon. I was never a big Mortal Kombat guy. I played it on the original Mortal Kombat arcade, you know, back when arcades existed. I did play, and I wasn't very good at it, but also not very good at this. That being said, I was just never a huge Mortal Kombat guy. Soul Calibur, out of all the fighting games, if not like a niche one like an anime-based one like Dragon Ball or something like that, Soul Calibur would probably be my go-to game. As far as a side-scroll like fighting game, a Mortal Kombat style game. And Nightmare, look at that armor. This is the best Nightmare ever looked, 100%. Or Siegfried, I guess. Nightmare, Siegfried. Alright. I'm trying to avoid the echo effect here, so yeah.
Soul Calibur 2.
Soul Calibur 2, featuring Link. Okay, so obviously we're starting off with the arcade version. Now we will be playing through Weapons Master mode, but right here we're just going to be starting ourselves off with the basics, starting with the original arcade version and just going through it. And by the way, I suck at this game, so what you're going to see is some very basic button mashing, and especially early on. And also, which arcade mode is quite simple, especially they're very easy computers in the first 2 or 3 matches anyways. But what you're also going to see is the fact that, as I said, I'm not very good at this game, but you're going to see probably some skipping. You're going to notice the timer on the stage up on the left hand corner there. It's going to change because I lose most of arcade modes. Like, I continue at least once a run of arcade mode with a character. I think I only successfully did 1 or 2 characters out of the 20 that you can play arcade mode with. I think I only did a full run with them without needing to continue once, maybe twice. I know of one for sure, but I think there was a second one, maybe. Anyway, now we got Mitsurugi versus Young Sung here. As I said, we're just showcasing how you do everything, so nothing is missed out on. As I said, I'm not going to showcase every single failed match or anything like that, but I am going to show us going through every moment of arcade mode, you know, and all our victories and stuff. And yeah, that was okay. We're doing some overkill there for some weird reason.
Make me laugh. Battle 2. Fight.
Now, Mitsurugi is a very easy character to utilize, by the way. He's definitely, for a beginner, this is why I was going just, you know, from the start, left hand corner and going left right sort of idea in tiers as far as arcade went. I wanted to do them in order as much as I could. That being said, Mitsurugi is definitely an easy, and even all the written gaming guides you'll find on like NeoSigger, GameFAQs, whatever site you use for written guides. Nowadays, YouTube guides are much more popular, of course. But on the written guide side of things, Mitsurugi is definitely considered one of the beginner, not that he's a bad character or anything like that, but he's very easy to utilize if you're not familiar with fighting games. So, and with that long reach with the katana, some really good grapple abilities there, obviously, and Voldo is one of the... Oh, good lord. When my brother figured out how to do the hands and knees thing, like to crawl around like a spider that Voldo can do, I didn't want to play with him anymore. I'll admit that 100%. He loved Voldo for some weird reason. He thought Voldo was like the coolest, this freak in a gimp suit, who's always like, you know, and I was not about it. He managed to utilize Voldo to a very efficient level back when we were both good, decent at the game at least. I don't know if we were ever exceptionally good, but he learned how to use Voldo to a degree that was just the most annoying thing in the world. Talim is probably, I'm gonna just straight up say it, probably my favorite female character in Soul Calibur. She is definitely, like, I know the obvious answers are ones like Ivy or Taki, you know, Ivy because, I mean, there's some obvious reasons, and Taki for the same idea, you know. But Talim always interested me as a character because she's so insecure about her abilities, and she's so unique in her fighting style. Like, you don't really see the what are they called? The Tafos? You know, that fighting style, those weapons very often. The first time, other than this, the only other time I encountered them in a game was the Force Unleashed game. Shakti's apprentice in the Force Unleashed Wii version fought with those lightsaber style of the Tomfos, or I think are they called Tomfos? My bad. I'm uneducated. Sorry about that. But yeah, I always thought she was incredibly unique. I liked her character. I liked her design. I liked that she was in a world of Mortal Kombat, Soul Calibur, where all the female characters are overly sexualized. I did actually really appreciate Talim just as being just a good female character with some depth, you know. Like if I were to ever, like, if there was a manga or something like that, I would 100%, okay, that was badass. I would love to follow Talim as our character going through the story. If I had to pick, she would definitely be in the running. Mitsurugi's a good one too. But, yeah. And here's Ivy, for once, covering up. For once, she's covering up in her sailor's outfit. In her captain's outfit.
Give up already.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah, we can see there that I failed the first time on stage 5 here. Well, it seems that I'm getting pretty adept at blocking at the very least. And biding my time, clearly. I seem to be a big fan also of the, like, I don't utilize, even though we just kicked there, I don't utilize a lot of kicks. Even though we used one there. I don't seem to use a lot of kicks. I seem to be a huge fan of the wide swinging motions as far as attacks go. You know, the Y button is my friend. Yeah, see? Again. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they are high damaging. For some reason I'm crouching and then I'm taking damage. Alright. She's utilizing her movement there. And I was not having any of it, clearly. So. Yeah, there's another win for Mitsurugi. Did you see? I did see that. Raphael is one of the cheapest characters to play as. There's some cheap characters. Raphael, Keelik, Nightmare, all cheap as hell. Because it takes very little skill to be able to be OP with them. Unlike learned characters like Cervantes or Voldo or somebody like that. It's very easy to be overpowered with these guys. And you'll notice something that I do in the future with Link. That I don't start doing until a very long time after, because he definitely has some, not game-breaking abilities or anything like that, but oh, and we managed to beat Raphael there. That was a lot of good swordplay there on both sides. I think it looks really epic. I think Soul Calibur 2 definitely was a peak of fighting gameplay for a long time, especially for that era. I think this was probably the best fighting game, like the style of whatever you want to consider this. I just call it a fighting game. As far as arcade style fighting games, this was probably the cleanest, best one in its era. Like, it was better than any of the Dragon Ball ones or any anime based ones. It was better than the latest Mortal Kombat, anything like that. And I don't know, am I gonna... Ooh. I'm guarding right on the edge, just playing it safe, trying to guard, attack. Oh, no. It's over. Yeah. I was on the back pedal that entire fight, to be honest.
You are not even worth killing.
No. But you did. Like, I didn't fall down that pit and not break anything. I'm just saying. Okay, playing it a little bit safer. Constantly on guard. Which is not always the best move, because as you can see, the kicks start happening, the low kicks and stuff like that, different heights, and then of course you have the grapples, which do a shit ton of damage, just like that, though we're utilizing it. Oh, the guard is up. Oh no, the guard failed. Uh-oh. And then boom. And oh, and a kick solves it. I don't utilize many kicks, be honest, as I've already stated, but once in a while they just come in clutch. It's almost like the CPU recognizes your style, which of course back then the computers were not as crazy about that shit, but
You again? I've had enough of you.
Haven't you had enough?
okay, so it's Taki and Mitsurugi. They're the fated battle. Mitsurugi versus Taki. Taki is the guard demon. She, in most modes, will guard everything. She is just evil incarnate when it comes to guarding. She's the guarding merchant of all the characters, in my opinion. And as I just collected everything in the game and did everything in the game, I can say that, in all honesty, I don't think anybody else guards as much as she does. And look, just there, we were kicking her ass, as far as I'm concerned, and then the guarding starts, she was countering, and we lose. You can high kick again for us, Taki. That was good. Oh, did I say that out loud? Alright, now we're going for more of a frontal hyper offense to try to get some early damage, so that we don't run into the same guarding issue. Oh, yep. And then here comes the guarding. And then we're just waiting for the opening. She's gonna start the grapple bullshit. And oh, we get, yeah, that was a lucky break.
Stay down.
You win. Pretentious fool.
Yes, pretentious fool.
Final battle. Fight.
Alright, hyper offense again. Oh, maybe not. Started off with an attack. Okay, we're rolling. Alright, we're waiting. We're more of counter. We're counter striking. We're waiting for the opening and then going with the offense until it starts to fail. But in this case, it's not really failing. We're doing very well. Oh, we're trying to end this quickly with a grapple. The grapple will definitely win us the day. Oh, jeez. Oh! Oh, look at that. That came down to the wire with that one.
You win. No
Yep.
one will take Soul Edge from me.
Well, realistically, nobody should have Soul Edge. Soul Edge is goddamn evil. I always found that weird when we were playing as kids, because obviously we weren't reading the lore. And Soul Edge, we were like, what is it all about Soul Edge? The game's Soul Calibur. Where the fuck is Soul Calibur? You know? So, quite funny that.
Versus Inferno.
Now, of course, we fight
Seals
Inferno.
broken, and a new era of terror has begun.
Yes. Here we go.
Final battle.
Now, of course, when you start off with the battle with Inferno, you start off against a mirror against yourself. And then he will change forms twice. At a third health, 2/3 of health, he changes. Okay, so this looks like young... No, this is Ivy, I think? It obviously doesn't matter. We go up, we katana, and then we grapple. Hey, the tried and true options. Oh, that's Yoshimitsu. Interesting that Inferno, even this early on in the game, they, like, just because we haven't unlocked Yoshimitsu doesn't mean that Inferno can't utilize Yoshimitsu. Oh, we just got grappled. Oh no, this is... Oh, there we go. We got the grapple. Oh no, we still need... We need an attack. There we go. Sometimes I got complacent with that a few times while doing this run. There's Soul Calibur. And I did actually let up an attack.
This isn't what I've been searching for.
No? I thought you wanted Soul Edge. It's right there, man. There's Nightmare's sword right there. After countless battles and deadly duels, Mitsurugi finally possessed Soul Edge, the ultimate sword. But he soon realized that the weapon was inherently evil. Surely this can't be the sword I've been seeking. Mitsurugi shattered the demonic blade into pieces. What a mad lad. Without a moment's rest, Mitsurugi embarked on another journey to find the true Soul Edge. So what Mitsurugi is looking for is Soul Calibur. You know, Soul Edge is just the demonic blade of power, but he wants Soul Calibur. And game over. There's supposedly the ultimate version of it, Soul Calibur next to Soul Edge. Profile for Mitsurugi is now available. Once again, that's going to be marked in the others. Extra arcade mode. So, as we can tell, guys, as you beat each mode with arcade mode, with a character, you'll unlock their profile. That's going to be part of the collection. Now, the first time you beat arcade mode, you are going to unlock extra arcade mode, which is also part of the collection. 100 modes, so 100%.
Are you ready?
Easy to follow, right?
One, fight.
And now we're doing the tried and true Hero of Time himself, which I am very bad at using right now. I do get better. I'm not great, but I do get better as we play through Weapon Master Mode, because for about 98% of it, I use Link. Because it's the GameCube version, so I do use Link for Weapons Master Mode. So we're against Taki here in the first map, and we're just using big, overhanded moves. We are a huge fan of the Y button, clearly. That's all we seem to be using. Standing Y moves and moving forward Y moves.
Versus Keelik. He
Keelik.
plunges headfirst into the vortex.
I was really good with Keelik. My brother hated, like, I hated his Voldo. He hated my Keelik because I was always overhand, what do they call that? The Darth Maul kick. I forget what they call it. Tornado kick or something. Start off with that and then yeah, every time. Now, thankfully, this is stage 2 because Keelik's going to be an easy computer. As we can tell, very little defense, not utilizing his stick to its fullest abilities, his staff. Okay. Battle 2, fight. Here we go. And as you can tell, I'm not. There's one major ability. Oh, nice kick. I can't believe I keep saying like, oh no, I don't use kicks, guys. And then I guess I've been editing the later videos and realized that I don't use kicks basically at all. I don't rely on kicks. Maybe that's why I failed as much as I did. But I get really attached to grappling and the Y attacks. So we're already seeing me with the Y attacks here, but the grappling not so much, which is something that's very OP. That's what makes Link ridiculously OP, is his Y, which I'm not utilizing the right version here. I do grapple with him, but his he has an arm over grapple that is really OP, and it's not even that one either. That's 2 of them, but he breaks the arm and throws them to the side, and it's such an easy ring out grapple that it does make Link almost a little broken to utilize in battle. But then again, with stages that you can't ring out, but Ivy's just about defeated here. Yep, there she goes. Excellent. Well, I managed to win that one. That's cool. Of course I won. I'm Link. I'm awesome. It's Mitsurugi versus Link. Awesome.
Becomes a slave to his own ambition.
The announcer is definitely, or the narrator's really cool voice. I love Mitsurugi. His just has such a great look. Like all of his. In fact, I think that his costume, the one that we're gonna unlock, is actually his weakest look. Not that it's a bad look. It's just his original 2 costumes are great. I think we were trying to grapple there. Not sure. And I don't think I ever figured out how to perform the spin attack as Link. Oh, there's a favorite. Oh, and there's the sliding kick, and then the grapple into the sword. Oh, yeah. Boom. And at the time, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I did not configure my controller to suit my own style because, once again, this is GameCube controls, but on an emulator, but a PS4 controller, so I was still figuring out mapping everything for easy use for me. So I'm still learning at this point. You might notice a little bit of an improvement, or maybe not, in my style of play, or like the confidence, like the fluidity of my movements at the very least. Everything looks much more intentional rather than hesitation. Which here in the early, definitely with the Mitsurugi and Link fights in the arcade, I'm more or less just button mashing. Not really strategizing very much. And there come in those kicks. I shouldn't have mentioned anything about me not using kicks. As I said, I was editing all the later Weapons Master videos, and I almost never kicked. But here, obviously, early on, I was kicking a lot more. Okay, Maxie got his absolute ass kicked. For stage 5, that's kind of rare. Usually stage 5. And Maxie, once again, every character has their niche, and the computer knows it. So if the computer utilizes it correctly, it becomes, you know, like granted, once again, Nightmare, Y over the shoulder. Cheapest goddamn move. And then when you start blocking that, just A. So you can't win. Like, this computer's, like, doing everything different. All the moves I don't use as Nightmare. Oh, wow. Okay. Damage City here, anybody? Oh, no. I'm about to die. Okay, we managed to do... Oh, no. Nightmare had me. Not gonna lie. Siegfried had me. I played that match really bad. But I've also got the Master Sword, so I mean, doesn't it work out? Okay, so here we go. And we're going straight for the, yeah. Instead of going for the ring out, we're going just for the hyper offense, massive damage. We get a perfect because we're worried about Nightmare and his overwhelming power. So here we went hyper offensive, no defensive moves, just attack, 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 and break through them. Yeah. And here's the Destined battle, which is Raphael for some reason. So I would be curious who Raphael's Destined battle would be if he didn't have the specialty characters, Spawn, Link, etc.
Quietly and learn. Battle 1. Fight.
And here we go. Going for the overhands. Oh. Raphael with his piercing. Okay, we're trying. I love that old Zelda music in the background. Especially since we're in a temple, it's very fitting. So we're doing everything carefully. Got that grip in. Alright, we're down to the wire here. Oh, there we go. We got him that time. But that was once again down to the wire. The Destined battles are definitely hard. Most of the time. Because they're going to counter your style of play, you know. And boom! There we go. Okay, we hesitated too long on that overhang, and that cost us. That cost us. Holy shit, did it cost us? And once again, we hesitated, and that's twice with the overhead. We hesitated, and then we lost as a result. Okay, here we go. And we try to grapple him, he grapples us. And he's going for the wire. Alright, there comes the kick. Here's the sword play, but nothing's working. Oh, we get the grapple. Hard grapple too. But we're taking all the kicks, we're taking all the hits. Another grapple. We're just like based ourselves on grappling. And there's almost no time left. We break. Button mashing broke us through. We did not play any of this correctly. To be fair, Raphael deserved that. That should have been an L on us. 100%. In my opinion. Ooh. It's the fire demon. Yeah. There we go.
Versus
Inferno.
The terror known as the catastrophe has revealed itself.
Okay, alright. Can we beat this guy up? Apparently, by the looks of that, nope. We're up against Inferno Astaroth. Oh. Oh, there we go. We got him out of that form. What's his next one?
Fight.
Zhonghua, isn't that her name? Younghua. But either way, we kicked her ass.
Fight.
And now it's Keeler. We're just going with the overhand Y because it's working. And the grapple to finish it off. There goes Inferno. We lost about half health. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, Link. Let's go, man. And Link came to this world in order to defeat the evil which had threatened Hyrule. After a long journey, Link finally succeeded in stealing away the terrible evil. In doing so, he not only saved his homeland from peril, but also maintained the tranquility of this world. Link then quietly left this world. A faint echo of his ocarina was all that remained. I like to think he sealed Soul Edge with the ocarina. He was like, yep, Dora time, fuck you. I'm the hero time. The hero time version of Link is quite honestly the definitive version of Link these days. He's the OG, even though he's not the actual OG, you know. But, yep, profile for Link is unlocked, of course, because once you beat arcade mode, once again, you do not need, you can use as many continues as you want. You will still gain the profile, no matter how many continues you use. So there's no, as far as I know anyways, there's no reward for beating arcade without continues or on a harder difficulty. This is all on normal difficulty as far as I know, or the standard difficulty. And there's no extra for doing it on the harder difficulty, so don't torture yourself. And now we're using Necrid, ironically enough facing Taki once again. Now we're using Necrid. Necrid is made by the same person, was designed by Todd McFarlane, I want to say. Todd, is that how you say his name? Anyway, he does a lot of art for the Forgotten Realms book covers and stuff like that, a lot of the Driz novels and stuff. Phenomenal artist. And Necrid's design definitely showcases everything he took away from Forgotten Realms designs, 100%, is his take on them. And as you can see, Necrid, we're just destroying Taki here. I don't use Necrid enough, honestly. I like Necrid. I like Necrid's design. I like his moveset. I just don't use him. I don't know why.
Versus Nightmare. Hungry for souls, an evil force enslaves him.
Okay, here we go with Necrid against Nightmare. But Nightmare on stage 2, gonna be a lot weaker. I think we got this. And once again, I don't practice with these characters before I was doing this arcade. Like, this was me not playing Soul Calibur for 15 years. Just jumping out of the gate. We got it perfect there. But me just jumping out of the gate going, alright, I think I know how to play. So you will see, as I said, hopefully, anyways, you will see improvements in my fighting ability or my gameplay as we go through this. I'm learning how to roll. Let's start. Oh, Nightmare had us on the ropes there, but now we're getting... Oh, no, we got him on the ropes. I love that one. Strike, just punch. Not one of these acid, you know, ethereal weapons. Just like, throw them up with the ethereal and then just punch. Good for Nectar. Oh, now this is a matchup. Bulk versus Bulk. Let's go. I don't know anything he said.
Battle 1. Fight.
Okay, alright. There we go, we got the grapple in. Slam. Vin Diesel versus Dwayne Johnson all over again. And looks like Vin Diesel won. Two bald dudes who are got way too much time on their hands and steroids going at it. Oh, we're going straight for the grapple. We're like, fuck this guy. Oh, are we going for the knockout? We went for the sorry, not the knockout, the ring out. We went for the goddamn ring out there. Okay. Alright. I see my game. Once again, I'm acting like I'm commentating like I wasn't the one who did all this shit. Yeah, because I can pay people for that. This channel is that big that I pay people to play games and then I comment on them and then I act like I did it. Yeah. And Cassandra is nothing to me. Clearly, Jesus. Why did I not use Necrid more often? I am dominating these bitches. And I'm not saying that just because we're up against a woman. I'm saying that, generally speaking, like, we just fought the hulking Dwayne Johnson of demons. But, like, I am, like... Granted, it's only stage 4, but still... Like, it's not even close. It's not even a contest. And as I said, at this point, I haven't mapped the controller quite yet. I think I do that about halfway through Arcade, or maybe the first few chapters of Weapon Master Mode. I'm like, alright, I really gotta change some shit. I get by with the default settings, but then I'm like, nah, this doesn't suit me and my gameplay style and the way that I hold a controller and stuff, so... It's like the freaks that actually hold an N64 controller like this. It's like, no, you have to hold it like this. It's weird to me if someone holds it like that. Okay, here's Maxi. And Maxi's getting some early hits on us. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, Maxi. Maxi's doing shit. Alright, we grapple. We're going for it. Alright, we do not like this damage output. Alright, go for him. Kill Maxi. Otherwise... Yeah. Okay, so now stage 5, things are getting a little dicier. Just a wee bit dicier. Necrid, big man. Necrid, win. Okay, so we're going hyper offense again. Up against Maxi, who's blocking a lot of it. Who's doing a significant... One hit, he seems to do a lot of damage in one hit. We're still winning the fight, but... Yeah, okay. Alright. I mean, that... Honestly, the wall helped us with that one. The wall was the MVP, not gonna lie. The wall had a lot to do with that one. Okay. Here comes the French bitch.
Well then, let us dance. Battle 1, fight.
Or is he Spanish? I forget. Raphael from... I thought he was from France, but maybe he's from Spain. I really gotta read the... I really should be reading the character profiles that we're unlocking. We're unlocking them, so... Yeah, with the Spanish guitar and stuff in the opening, yeah, he must be a... Why did I always think Raphael was the French? Or maybe that's just recently. For some reason I said, oh, he's French. He's clearly much more Spanish. Okay, oh. He's kind of got us on the ropes there. On the ring's edge. Low health. Tried to grapple him, it didn't work. Oh, here comes the grapple. Boom. Alright. We going for the kill, but he dodges. We do extra damage. Oh, we get him on the turn. On the turn. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. We're pretty good as Necrid. Not gonna lie. And here's the destined battle against, as I said, my favorite girl in Soul Calibur.
What are you? You're human, aren't you?
Battle 1.
I don't know about that. Humanoid? Sure. Man, look at the damage we do. Like, it's just an unfair amount. Talum is also, if it wasn't for Taki, Talum would be the defense queen. She guards like anybody's business. She constantly guards. Guarding is her forte. Alright.
Battle 2. Fight.
Battle 2 time. Fight. Let's go. And boom. We're doing horribly. Oh, we got a grapple though. Alright, capitalize on it. Oh, no, we couldn't. We take a kick, then we take a hit. Then we okay, we're doing stuff. Yeah, no. We could not capitalize enough on that. We were doing weak gameplay. Talon was getting the better of us early on, and it just... Yeah.
Final battle. Fight.
Starts off with heavy hits from Talon. We're trying to gain momentum back. We get it. We're about even. But, oh no, Talon's taking the lead again. Kicking our ass. We try to block. Oh, we get a grapple, which does heavy damage, but we're still behind. We get a second grapple. Does a lot. Okay. We just need one quick. Yep. There it is. There it is. Alright. Cool, 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 cool.
You win.
Yes, I am Necrid. And here's Inferno. And once again, he makes no sense.
Versus Inferno.
Inferno.
The seal was broken, and a new era of terror has begun.
Okay. It's time for the third arcade mode here. Alright, so obviously we lost the first one. So now we're facing Nightmare version of Inferno. And, oh, damn. So we football tackle, grapple, and throw him to the ground. And then Inferno becomes Zhonghua, or yeah, Zhonghua, I believe is how you say her name. She appears a lot as Inferno. Begs the question. Oh, Young Sung. Okay, when he gets, oh, some, like, look at that damage output. 3 attacks, and we're at half health. That's nutty. But we managed it. With that combo, we managed it. Boom, Necrid. For the W, baby. For that W. Alright. So Calibur is dropped. I don't understand a word he fucking said. And there's Soul Edge. Let's see. His soul yearning for repose. Necrid sought the pieces of Soul Edge. At long last, Inferno appeared before him. A warrior's blood and his honor. Long forgotten memories and reason reawakened within him. Oh? Victorious against the heinous inferno, Necrid solemnly closed the opening to the void. And thus he disappeared into that darkness, taking with him Soul Edge. I would love to read like a manga or see an anime of all of these things conflicting in a sense. Like all these stories happening, but sort of making them all work to a degree. You know? So, profile for Necrid is now available. So now we've got that one. Woohoo. That's absolutely fantastic. And that is the end of at least this part. That's 3 profiles unlocked and 1 mode for here down below. Alright guys and gals, so that was part 1 of the Soul Calibur 2 collection guide, gaming guide. What did you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section down below. We've only, I know it seems like a slow start, we only unlocked 4 things and stuff like that. But it will definitely pick up as we go through. Once again, you have to go through each mode of arcade mode with each character to unlock their profile and yada yada yada. It's got to be done. It's part of it, and realistically it's the standard part of any fighting game to go through your arcade mode. So that being said, look forward to part 2. Hope you guys enjoyed this part. Like, comment, subscribe as I already said, and we'll see you guys back here next time for part 222 for Soul Calibur 222 Gaming Guide. Looking forward to it. Hope you guys are too. Have a good one. Sayonara.